So I pretty much spent the whole of today just sitting around and watching YouTube videos and wasting time and just not being on my shits basically. And the most the thing is that you try to ignore your shits, like your grind. So I know I should be making videos, I know I should be working hard, I know I should be editing, I know I should be planning, I should be doing all these things. But you will try to ignore that. Like you try not to do it because you want to feel free, you want to have fun. You want to lighten your body or whatever. But what will always eventually happen is that you end up feeling worse. It's like you're supposed to go to the gym today, you're supposed to go and exercise, you're supposed to work out or whatever. And you choose to skip it, like tomorrow, whatever. You will now end up feeling worse compared to if you have actually gone. And it's just very fascinating. But one thing I just keep asking myself is like, why is it that we have something we want to do? Grow a YouTube channel, make money, get in shape, more confident, this, that, and we just keep like ignoring it, especially when we know exactly what to do. Like, it's a different thing if you don't know what to do. If you don't know what to do, that's like a completely different topic. But this point, like, exactly what to do. I should be doing this, I should be reading this, and we just ignore it. Like, why is it that after a few days of starting that thing, whether that's losing weight, working out and getting in shape, or growing the YouTube channel, making money, after just a few days, once that, you first have a realization and like motivation about this stuff, like, you feel very pumped, like, if I can actually make videos every single day for like the next 6 months, I'm probably going to get like 1k subscribers, 10k subscribers, if I can just like learn this type of skill, or do affiliate marketing, or do this for the next like 30 days, I'm going to make X amount of money. Look, like I'm going to make it, like I'm going to make progress, real progress. Why is it that after just like maybe 30 days or like 1 week of like working really hard, working seriously to it, you just all of a sudden you just stop? Like, it's almost like that fire you had 1 week ago just vanishes. And I just usually wonder, like, why exactly does this thing keep happening? The crazy part is actually something you want. It's something you actually desire. Like, I actually want to grow my YouTube channels. Like, I actually want to make money. I actually want to progress. So why is it that when it now comes to time to actually progress, once it comes to the real work that is you have to do, I just can't seem to like follow through on it. I'm just wondering why exactly. And I did a little bit of work today, but I just feel like there are things we should like be doing, or they are almost like a checklist we should have for when those hard times come. Because the thing is that those hard times, they're definitely going to come, whether we like it or not. Just like I said earlier, you have an idea. If I work out every single day for the next 3 months, I'll probably lose X amounts of pounds. I'll probably lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds. I'll look a lot leaner, this, that. And after just like 6-8 days of working out consistently, all of a sudden you don't want to work out anymore. You just feel like I've worked out consistently for the last 8 days, so guess I might just rest today. But I think it's a very bad trap to fall into, because what usually will now end up happening is just from one rest day, it turns to 2, then 10, then 20, then 30. Then before you know it, it's already been like a week, 2 weeks, 1 month. I have not really done anything. And just like this year is a very good example of it. Earlier this year, I think this video might even be part of the Make Money series. I was doing all those Make Money stuff, and each time I keep thinking back to this, that was January, and now we're in June. I just wonder like how the 6 months passed by. Like, that literally felt like just maybe 1 or 2 months ago. If that was 1 or 2 months ago, that means we should still be in March. How come we're now in June? Like, what happened between January and now? How come that was half of 1 year? What is it, 180 days or so? How come that period just like vanished? How come there's no real progress to show for it. So it just makes me realize that procrastinating is never really the answer. Procrastinating is never really the answer. So I was having this thought in my head that I think there are like a few checklists or like a few things we can keep in our mind to overcome procrastinating whenever it shows up. Because like as long as what you are doing, what you are trying to achieve is hard and reasonable, like anything that is reasonable is going to be hard. Whether that's be top in your class, get a promotion in your work, grow your business, make a YouTube channel, learn a skill, become like healthy or like whatever it is, as long as the thing is hard and like uncomfortable. I feel like you're going to eventually hit, like everybody's going to go through that process where you think about the idea for the like first 12 days, you feel very motivated, you follow it to the T. The 13th day, you're just like, and before you know it's itself just one rest day turns to like 27. Then before you know it turns to like 6 months. Then before you know it turns to like an entire year. And you're like, maybe next year. So I think a few practical things I can just say off my head. I think the first thing is to actually identify why you exactly want the thing you want. I feel like if you can kind of find a concrete reason. I know people used to say, I'm very sure I've heard it before, find your why, whatever. And I agree with that statement. But I just feel like, they usually say you should make your why bigger than you. I feel like that's usually like going to help. But at the same time, I just feel like you should be genuinely honest with yourself. Like, so for example, they'll say, if you want to make money, like you should have a why bigger than just making money, because you want to help your family, stuff like that, which is very true. But like for some of us, like, you're not thinking about helping your family. You just want to make money. Like your own why could just be as simple as maybe on my birthday, I want to be able to take myself out. Like literally, that could be your why. On my upcoming birthday, like me, for example, by September 17th, I'm going to be turning 20. And one of my goals is that day that I'm turning 20, I want to be able to take myself out and eat very well at a restaurant. Like, and be able to afford it. And if possible, bring other people with me, carry like all my family, a few of my friends, the friends that I don't have, like a few of them, like just carry as many people as possible. Anybody that really wants to come along with me. And we can just go to this restaurant and eat to our satisfaction. And, I won't really feel that much of a financial burden. That's one of my reasons why I want to make money. So I feel like if you can have that why, and especially if you can make it very specific, like I want to take myself out on my birthday, that's like as specific as possible. If you can make it more specific rather than just vague, like I just want a lot of money, because who doesn't want a lot of money? I feel like once those tough time comes, it's easy for you to like remember it, because the thing about this tough time is like I said, after like you have been working hard for like 9 days now, and today's the 9th day, and you're just like you're just not in the mood. You're just slow. You're just wondering like, why am I even doing this? The annoying thing is those thoughts you start to have, those negative thoughts, you easily forget that it's not actually you that is thinking those thoughts. It's your laziness that is thinking those thoughts. It's your comfort that is thinking those thoughts. It's like mediocrity that is thinking those thoughts for you. Naturally you, but in that very moment, it will almost be like as if it's you that is thinking those thoughts. So it's very hard for you to kind of catch yourself. But I just feel like as those thoughts are coming up, for example, you have been working out for like the last 9 days consistently, and on the 10th day or so, you just want to like slack and skip it or whatever. I think when all those thoughts start coming to your mind, because it's not just like it's not usually very conscious. You just wake up not feeling in the mood. Then so many thoughts will start flooding your brain, like I know I'm supposed to be working out, but I'm not really in the mood right now, and I'm tired. Like I didn't even sleep well yesterday, and besides I've been working out consistently for like the last week or so. So I think you should, if you can add to those thoughts the reason why I'm working out, like I think it will kind of remind you. And I think it should just make the process of pulling yourself out of that a little easier. My story space is running low already, and I've already been talking for almost 10 minutes. So I'm just going to try to brush through the remaining points I have in my head. The second one I think that will really help us is getting an accountability partner. Like if you literally have somebody else that is doing exactly what you are doing, or at least very similar stuff to what you are doing, like it makes it significantly easier. It literally makes it significantly easier. This is something myself I'm going to start trying to do. Like, I'm going to start looking for like fellow YouTubers, fellow people that also want to make money as well, fellow people that want to improve themselves, things of that nature. Because, like, for example, the day you don't feel like working out, if you and your friend or you and your accountability partner have agreed to go to the gym, every single day or whenever the specific time you're supposed to go is, you're not showing up on Wednesday because you didn't feel like it doesn't really make sense, especially when he's ringing you up like, where are you now, like you're already running late, show up. Like, at that point it's very easy to keep yourself motivated. I just like the power, like they usually say, the power of two is greater than one, and that's very true. Like, if you can get somebody to keep you accountable, and vice versa as well, there are some days you feel extremely motivated and the person won't really feel like doing anything. So if you can get somebody to keep you motivated, and especially if the person has similar goals to you, like, I feel like that's to me, that's probably like one of the best cures to procrastination, honestly. But I feel like not everybody really has that luxury. Like, it's kind of difficult to find people that are also into the things you are into, like, especially in real life. But I feel like these days with all this online stuff now, you can find maybe somebody that lives like another country, another part of the world, and people can be chatting or like have video calls with each other. That's the significantly better than just yourself. So I think having an accountability partner is going to help you a lot. The next thing I think you can do is studying yourself and knowing the best times when you operate. So, like me, what I noticed for myself over the years now is I just operate best very early in the morning. Let's say that 4:30, 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6:30, that period where, like, early in the morning, where everywhere is sit dark. I just feel like at that point, like, I can't do anything. That's why I went till today. Those are the times like I work out. Like, if I want to go on a run, I don't go when everywhere is bright like this. To me, it's just a lot harder for me to run when everywhere is bright like this than to run when it's early in the morning. So, like, I just noticed my energy levels is at its peak at that point. So let's use me for example. If I know that, like, it's almost like my brain and my body and everything is 100%. If I know that for sure it's going to be 100% by 4:30 in the morning, that's assuming I slept well, obviously. I should try to base my important tasks around that time zone, because it won't really make sense. Maybe I'm trying to put my important tasks at like in the night, for example, when I'm already very tired, because like your brain power and everything in the night, according for me, is already low. So, like, just put the important tasks you want to do at the time where everything is at its peak. I think the next thing we can also do again is to just start little by little. Part of the reason I might not upload this video like immediately, maybe in the future, it might be part of the Make Money series, or like whenever I just feel like recording this video. But one of my tasks is like I'm supposed to record videos for my personal channel for like the whole of this week and over next week and all that. So I'm supposed to record a lot of videos, and like I'm already like just having to think about that process, because it's very stressful. I came here just now just to set up this camera, this tripod, like put my phone on this tripod and all that. It's already a lot of work, and now thinking about it, to like sit down and write scripts and research the video topic and record all these videos, record it up to 4 different times, because you're trying to get like the perfect shots and sit down and edit all the things. I don't want space on my phone, so I have to like delete something and copy. Like, to think of that whole process, I'm already turned off. Like, it's very, at that point, it's extremely easy for me to procrastinate. But if my mindset is just like, just record the intro, or just literally record a 60-second video, 30-second video, like literally just record a shot. Like, literally just record a shot. Like, it's a lot more realistic and easy for me to do that than to like do all these ones. So, like, the point I'm trying to make is, if you have something big, is I just do the small part of it. And when if what will usually happen is, after I do that small part, you kind of enter the flow. So you just be like, if like, why don't I just do the whole thing instead of just doing like this small part, since I'm already here. And that will help you start. And when for whatever reason you're still lazy and you don't want to do the whole thing, it's significantly better to do like the small significant portion than to spend the entire day and do nothing. So for example, if you normally work out for, let's say, 45 minutes, for example, it's significantly better for you to say, I'm just going to work out for 5 minutes and to just do 5 minutes of workouts for that day than to just not work out at all. So I think that's another thing. I think maybe the last one because my space is running low. I can think of right now is like having like very clear target, like very very specific things you are supposed to do. So for example, on my own daily routine, I'm probably going to maybe change it a little. My work time is like 10 to 12 in the afternoon. That was like my first deep work session or my main deep work session, and the thing just wrote like the block I just put work. So the problem is actually good, but the problem with it is like, well, now that today is those days I don't really feel like doing anything. When you just put work, there's no specific thing on what to do. So to me, anything could be work. Like I could literally open up a YouTube video teaching about how to grow your YouTube channel, and that was work. And even though like it's kind of helpful because it's teaching you how to grow your YouTube channel, like it's not really the main work you're supposed to do is record the videos and edit them and upload and all those stuff. So that's like bullshit work. Like it's not the real work. So the excuse that came up in my head was I just uploaded a few videos to my other channel, and like, well, they said I should work, so I've done work. Like, no, if you just make it vague like that, like just work, you can easily just bullshit yourself and just do like trash work. Nah, it's not like you're just easily almost doing like what doesn't really matter. So I think if you can make it very clear, like me for example, as me I wrote, instead of like, even though I wrote work maybe in brackets, record a video, write a script, edit, do this, like make it extremely specific. Like that's going to make you procrastinate a lot less compared to just being like work, or just like maybe workout. So for example, instead of just writing workouts or just exercise or just eat healthy, like they are very vague, or just make money, like it's so vague that if there's no specific thing to do, you easily default for the low, like unproductive thing that's not really going to move you forward. Now I think the last one quickly before my storage runs out is to just optimize your life in general, like to become anti-procrastinating or anti-procrastinating, depending on whichever part of the world you live in. Like if for example you want to work out, for example, but and you have a specific time, let's say 5 o'clock is your workout time, and now it's 5 o'clock, but you don't know where your gym clothes are, or that's if you go to the gym. Let's say you go to the gym, you don't know where your gym clothes are. Your gym shoe is dirty or something like that. Like you have not done, like like you're just disorganized. Your environment is almost like against you working out. It's very easy for you to just procrastinate. Well, I don't know where I kept my bag today, so I guess I'm not just going to work out. Compared to if maybe the day before you had prepared everything, your clothes, your shoes here, your clothes is here, your bag is there. Everything you need is like exactly where they need to be. Like it will get you very easy to start working out. And another thing I used to do, for example, is when I want to like work on my YouTube channel and edit videos, even though I use my phone, I try as much as possible most times to leave the house. Like I just go out and stay in a library or somewhere. And the reason for this is not like I can't edit videos on my phone, but when I'm at home, once I start editing, like 30 minutes later, once I start getting tired, the work is boring and all that, I'll start getting like bored and tired and sleepy. And if I'm at home, I can easily just go to my room and just go and lie down. Especially if I'm at home, if I'm in the dining table, that won't still help me. But if I'm in my room, just sitting on my bed or just lying down and editing these videos, I can easily just because like you're in the perfect position to just procrastinate. So try and get yourself out of that position. So what I usually do is I go to the library usually or stuff like that, but I didn't go to the shop. So I just noticed that those are the things that came to my mind, that if we can kind of combine all these things together, it almost makes you not able to procrastinate. And if you think about winning and succeeding, it's just doing the right things for as long as possible. Gary Vee said it once, I can't remember what exactly he was talking about, but it was like the person who holds his breath the longest wins, and that's extremely true. So like literally, if you want to grow on YouTube, for example, because like I make YouTube videos, it's just to upload high quality videos for as long as possible. Literally high quality videos, and keep improving them for as long as possible, and you're going to win. Like that's basically the formula. So, and doing that requires you showing up every single day. And in order for you to win, you have to do it for like a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. And if you think about a year and all these things, it's just literally a day times 365. So the more days of the year you show up, the better your chance of winning and all that. My storage is already low, but let me end it here. Thank you for watching this video. If anybody is going to watch it, I'll see you in the next one.